Hello everyone, so today we are in Kasteel Huis Bergh, which translates to House Bergh. Bergh is the actual name. And behind me is the actual main part of the castle. It's more like a fortified house, but back in the 12th century this was just one fortified tower in the middle, surrounded by a brick wall. And even back then you had to cross two bridges to actually get to the tower itself. That is the same as now. We cross two bridges to get here. In the front buildings they actually have a restaurant now, which you can just visit without even paying an entrance fee. The environment itself is really pretty as well. They have some really nice gardens, and you can just enter that. There's a walking trail around here as well, so it's definitely worth a look even if you don't want to bother paying any fees. Before you can go in, you have to go to the cashier and get an entry ticket. We have like different ones, so we have to exchange those first before we can actually go into the castle. We're currently inside. I am allowed to film, luckily, just without the flash on. And we are just waiting to go on a tour on the tower at the moment. We're currently on top of the defense tower, which was built in, what was it, 1600? Yeah, something like that. Was built around 1600, and the really cool thing is that from here, that part back there, that's the Netherlands, and the part on that side is actually Germany. From here you can also see the Rhine, which is the massive river that runs through both Germany and the Netherlands. So it's really cool that we're actually really on the border here. So part of the moor and part of the actual wall does not exist anymore. They have broken it down in order to have a better view, I think. So yeah, just over the years parts of the defensive works have disappeared because they weren't needed anymore. One of the fun things that we learned today is, in Dutch, a windowsill is a vensterbank. Vensterbank means, well, window basically, and bench. And that is because of this. So, as you can see, these are actually benches just in front of the window, and that is because back in the day the light came from the outside, not from the inside. So people who wanted to read or wanted to catch most of the light, they would sit literally in the windowsill to enjoy the daylight. And that's really funny because I actually didn't know that. My sister didn't know either that the Dutch word vensterbank is that literal. That is a really ugly baby.
It's 3 years old, it's not a baby.
So the thing is, actually, you can see that in all the portraits. Back in the day, they could not draw children. Like, I am not even kidding. There are, you can Google it as well, there are the most horrific paintings of children because they were so used to drawing grown people, they didn't know how the structure of children worked. So a lot of children, even they tried to draw babies, you know, Cupid and those kind of things, and it would make them way too like mature, and it looks really weird. So we have finished up inside. There was a lot of like old art, as in medieval art and even 16th century. Some of the art were actually portraits of people who had lived there, as short or long as they did. Some rather tragic stories about a girl who was wedded off when she was 3 months old, and she married when she was 15, and then she died when she was like 23, giving birth to her 5th child, which also died, as did the other 4 kids. So it's a bit of a tragic story there. So we are currently standing in front of the weapon tower. They stored their gunpowder here, so it's not
gunpowder tower.
Gunpowder tower. They do have their dungeon in here, so this is where they locked up people they didn't like. So if the gunpowder tower would like explode, only the prisoners would die, and it couldn't care less in that time. So there you go. So that was Kasteel Huis Bergh. How did you like it?
Oh, it was nice.
I think like if you like history, architecture and or art, then you can definitely enjoy a day here. They have free audio tours when you... Oh, that was violent. They have a free audio tour when you buy your tickets. You go in, so you can just listen to all the information. There's a lot of information, and there's also a tour up the tower where they minted coins and where they had the weaponry as well. So it was all very interesting.
Awesome view.
Yeah, the view is really good as well. So all in all, I definitely enjoyed my day. Did you enjoy your day?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.